Yo, 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 what is up? We are back. We are fucking back. It's been a while. Was on a went on a little trip to Europe. Try to fulfill some of my bucket list things. We rented out the Monza F1 track and just me and my dad and my best friend and his dad. We just full sent it. F1 cars, F3 cars, supercars. We did the 458 Pista, 296 Ferrari, Lamborghini Technica. It was fun. Very cool core memory kind of thing. But we're back, and I've been missing the market. There's a lot been going on. We're gonna be back on some pretty active streams going forward, a couple times a week. I know I used to only do once a week, but man, I do enjoy. I feel like a lot of time when I'm streaming, there's a lot of ideas that come to me that I don't even think about because I'm kind of communicating with everyone here, and we're kind of just going back and forth. And I've noticed my trading is become a little bit better when I'm streaming. So I think for sure gonna be streaming more often. But yeah, we went to Ibiza for a little bit too. That was nice. It's off season in Ibiza, obviously, but it was definitely great. Um, but yeah, listen, we have had some of the biggest numbers for streaming for any crypto person out there. Remember, it's just me. I know we don't interview people. We don't do nothing. It's just plain markets and nothing else. Um, but if you guys are on here, if you want to do me a favor and if you want to just retweet and bookmark my last tweet, I would really appreciate that. Remember, these are all free streams. I don't make any money on these. We don't take any sponsorships. We do push, what we like, coins that we like, projects that we like, and that's kind of about it. But I'm just gonna post out there the stream. Uh, but yeah, actually, maybe I should post. I never post on Instagram my streams, but I do have a pretty decent following on Instagram. I'm gonna post my stream over there too. But just a quick check. Can you make sure everybody can hear? Um, I don't see any comments, but let me just make sure. Is there like usually there's like a chat, but can you guys, yeah, if you can, okay, everything's fine. Okay, there we go. I got some comments coming in. Okay. Um, just making sure if that's happening. I'm gonna put it on Instagram as well, so we can get some love out there. And obviously, we're on YouTube, we're on Abstract, um, we're on all the platforms, so you can kind of watch us wherever you want. Streams are back. Come watch. Okay, just put it on Instagram as well. A couple changes behind. Obviously, you see we got my crypto punk up there. Gotta show love to the punks. They're doing really well. That's my hoodie punk. Um, Pretty insane. That's probably one of my most expensive pieces of artwork. A really talented painter, obviously, painted it for us, but it's yeah, I think I've paid like $450,000 for it, which is kind of insane. But you gotta show love. You gotta show love to the community. You gotta show love to builders, OG stuff. If you're making money, you gotta show it to all kinds of people. So, I always love doing that. But let's dive in. Um, and then we'll go through markets, we'll go through stocks, we'll go through meme coins, we'll go through everything. So obviously, trade war, especially the one with China, is kind of relaxed a bit. So which is why you're seeing kind of market take off on the back of it. You're also seeing relatively, Powell FOMC was quite bullish. Powell seems he's not too worried about the economy, so obviously markets taking it bullish. Um, so let's take a look at a couple of markets. So obviously we got stocks over here. It's making that move back up from the the lows over here. That was the trade war low, and we're up a lot. We're basically up to you know where Trump took presidency, or a little bit higher than that, like pretty close to it at least. So let's hope we don't we keep pushing up over here. That looks good. Um, let's take a look. Nasdaq should be just as good. Yeah, see, Nasdaq's basically closed. Pretty good V-shaped recovery here on Nasdaq. So that's definitely good. Um, oh yeah, by the way, I'm rocking the McLaren hat because gotta show love to Lando Norris and McLaren team. They put on a great performance at the Monaco circuit. Anyways, back to the market. Just a little bit. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, obviously it hit new all-time highs, which is pretty amazing. It looks like we're chopping at the all-time high, which is kind of what you want to see. If you think we're gonna break out even more, or go into price discovery, you want to see it chopping around here. Um, you know, so it's that's pretty key. We're seeing a little push up here. So just to give a couple trades that we're on right now. So obviously, if you're in Weekly Wisdom, if you haven't subscribed for Weekly Wisdom, make sure you do. Right now, the trades that we're live in Weekly Wisdom is we're long Ethereum. We're long Ethereum in this range. We're going to stay long. We're looking for a breakout here to 2,800. We're long. We're long a little bit of Fartcoin from the dump the other day, like in this area. And we're long this morning. We longed Pepe, and we longed a little bit of Mog. So we're long Pepe over here. We're looking for a breakout or like a retest up here, and we're long Mog. Um, yeah, maybe this is not the best Mog chart, but we're basically getting Ethereum exposure. That's what it is. Because if you saw, let me see if I can pull it up. Um, if you saw the big news on Ethereum that was came out today, uh, basically the idea is a micro strategy of Ethereum, right? Like the way you have Sailor buying a lot of Bitcoin. That's basically what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the idea is that it's supposed to be the micro strategy of Ethereum, and it's kind of being run by Consensus. Joe Lubin and team. They're one of the founders of Ethereum, and have a pretty strong presence in the space, obviously. And yeah, this is very, very bullish for Ethereum, 100%. So that's why we long Pepe, we long Ethereum Spot, we long Mog, anything that gets you out, and Rect. We put a pretty, I mean, we're pretty long Rect, but we added obviously to Rect. Let's go take a look at that chart. So I think Rect, Mog, Pepe, and Ethereum Spot, I think are gonna do really well. Oh yeah, we'll go over Ket as well. We've been doing really well on that, but let's kind of stick to Ethereum coins that we're going over. Um, okay. Yeah, this has been one of our trades. The last time we streamed, we kind of went pretty aggressive on the longs here. We were like here, which is when the last stream was, and we longed it. And I think what's ideal over here is a little consolidation over here on Rec, and then we break out to the top. I mean, the team's doing a phenomenal job, and it's look at the bounce. I mean, you got to respect that pump. Um, great job by the team, doing really well. So I definitely like Rect. I like I said, I of course like Mog. Maybe I'll add more on Mog as well. It's doing really well. Um, Still a long way to go. And then of course Pepe. So we got Mog. Let me just put that there so you can see a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So we're in this. We're in this. Of course, we're always in Bitcoin, Bitcoin spot, and we're up here in Ethereum. So I'm looking for a push up here, just break out. go for 28.53. Maybe that's where we see a little push down. But that's my local target. And then who knows after that, anything's possible. So I definitely like these trades at the moment. Um, we're seeing, let's see, we got, let's take a look at what's happening a little short. Oh, let's take a look at gold. We haven't looked at gold in a while. Yeah, so this is one of the things that worries me is that gold is still chopping up here. So when it comes to the market, there's been a big dislocation in the market recently. You have gold still sitting close to all-time highs. You have interest rates that have just been pushing up. I mean, we're sitting like look at that. That's not great, You don't want to see this, like where interest rates are still sitting high up. When you have interest rates sitting high up like this, gold sitting high up, and you have Nasdaq making a push, like someone's right and someone's wrong. I think it's going to be interesting to see which way, of course, the market goes. But um, I would not be fully loaded here. I'll tell you that. I'm not looking. I've taken a lot of chips off the table over the last like 2 weeks. I'm not looking to just size up here. You could easily like where I would long aggressively is like when Nasdaq comes like if it retests this level here, right? And that's a very easy retest, or even up here, it's an easy retest. So what does that mean for the rest of the market? That would be a Bitcoin like in this area, like a 102 retest, or a 98K. Like this area, you got to long pretty aggressively. So if you get these levels in summer, um, you got to definitely like push it pretty aggressively. Here you can't go all in. You simply cannot. It's that's just the risk management in me. I just can't get myself to do that. But everyone's different, so we'll have to see what the market says. But um, I'm obviously being cautious here. I do like picking and choosing couple trades, of course. Like look at Ethereum today on the back of news is doing really well, and the Ethereum betas are doing really well. But if we don't get a breakout here and we get smashed again at this 27 25 level, I'll take chips off the table again. I'll take profits there. I'm not trying to risk too much over here. I mean, there's no reason to risk your portfolio at these levels. Now, when it comes to shorts, sure, you're sitting at these high levels. If you have the patience, yeah, maybe you could get the shorts in this area. It's like if we get one more push to like if we get one more push on Bitcoin to 111 and we don't break out, like say it wicks up to 112 or something, yeah, I think you can short there and look for a pullback into that 102 range, at least 106 to 102 range. It's not going to be an instant. It's going to be over time. Um, but again, there's a lot, that's a lot of ifs, whats, and buts because you need Nasdaq to pull down, you need rates to fly higher. I mean, rates are at 10-year rates are 30-year rates are at 5%. It's gonna be tough for it to go much higher. I mean, if it goes too much higher, you're gonna see a lot of problems in the economy. You're gonna see a lot of issues with mortgages, housing, credit card debt. So I think it's gonna make the Fed obviously very weary if unemployment starts pushing up as rates go higher. And Powell's going to be like, okay, market's been pretty restrictive, inflation's down a lot, and we're going to look to start like easing a little bit faster than we expected. So maybe they start a little 25 basis point cut here or there. That's kind of what I'm seeing from the bigger perspective here. Um, but yeah, that's in a gist for right now. If you guys have some questions, throw it in the chat or throw it in the weekly wisdom chat, and kind of see. But when it comes to like real strong bids, let's go through some bids, and then we can chat a little bit more after that. So let's pull up Pepe. Um, yeah, like it's possible we test this area again. Or test down here. So 1336. You could bid over there because it kind of got rejected here. You could say like it's that curvy thing. I forget what they call it in technical analysis. But you could bid in this 113 to this range right here if it doesn't break out. Like if we don't see a push up here soon, on the larger time scale. Like if this thing ends like a red candle here, then you gotta. I don't think you can be in that position because you're definitely gonna push lower. Because that's gonna be a bear hammer on it. Same for everything else. Like if Bitcoin here, look, if Bitcoin here prints a bear hammer right here, so in 1.5 hour we close here, yeah, we're definitely gonna go much lower. So I would definitely be on the watch out for that. Everything. If these all print bear hammers, I mean, you have to be cautious. I don't think you can be in any aggressive longs over there. So keep an eye out. But usually, what time is it? 10:30. Usually you have that 10 to 11 o'clock slam in stock market. These are definitely trying to push lower. But yeah, if this ends in 1.5 hour, a bear hammer, I would look to bid down here. You know what I mean? Like, or like here at best, maybe down here. I mean, we're definitely going to slam lower. We put like a little lower high over here. Look, it's moving lower. Nasdaq seems to be okay. Let me take a look at the stocks are pushing higher, so we're seeing a little dislocation, obviously, between stocks and a Bitcoin. We're seeing stocks move up, Bitcoin's moving lower. Let's take a look at gold. Ooh, sorry about that. Oh, excuse me, I think that's what people say. Gold's kind of just holding, it looks like. But yeah, we just gotta keep an eye out on this. We're obviously seeing Bitcoin and crypto push lower. A little slam down over here. Slam down. Oh, look, Ethereum's moving lower too now. Yeah, a little dislocation here. So this is a little dangerous when you see a dislocation like this, is because now if because it usually crypto front runs the market. So here, if you see Nasdaq start slamming down, you'll see crypto slamming even harder, right? So you have to be a little bit careful about that. And we're definitely seeing like a little. Look at this. We're pushing aggressively lower. Um, yeah, while Nasdaq is still pushing higher. So if stocks start turning, we'll definitely slam much lower in crypto across the board. So let's be careful of that. Just in my chat, I'm just typing a couple things. And then I think that guy must have got liquidated, right? In this little slam. What was his? Does anybody know in the chat what was his? What was his level? Because if he gets liquidated, it's just going to slam the market down, anyways. Um, but you know how funny is that? ETH getting pumped is putting a pressure on the market. Again, remember, stocks are still pumping, but if stocks start turning, we'll see a lot of pressure on the market here. It could be that $1 billion liquidation is pretty aggressive. So, is that, I forget what his position was. U.S. consumer confidence went up. Oh, that's why stocks are pumping. That's still pretty good. I'm just looking in our weekly wisdom chat. Hey guys, make sure you're in this weeklywisdom.com. Subscribe, join the chats. We're pretty active in there. But that guy had to have been liquidated at this level, I would assume. But if he got liquidated, it's probably not a bad place to bid his liquidation, right? Consumer confidence number definitely. Oh, he got partially liquidated. So they're probably just liquidating his position. Um, I forget what his if you know. Does anybody know what is liquid? Oh, 108,500. Yeah, so he must have got partially liquidated on this candle. That's for sure. And we're kind of pushing up. Yeah, literally. So they must have forced liquidate a little bit here. But if it got 500 was his full liquidation, so that's fine. I think that was the pressure down was his forced liquidations because remember they're market selling that. Um, let's take a look at Pengu. Somebody asked what's going on with Pengu. Obviously a big fan of Pengu. All right. Yeah, we need to close up higher here. This needs to turn green, or it's going to be a bit challenging. I like Pengu, same thing. Every market is just kind of chopping around here. So if it doesn't break out soon, it's gonna look for liquidity lower. Like that's just how the market is. So yeah, I would bid like around this level, 0.010. Just like I would bid, maybe 106 or like down here, 102. I mean, remember, if you don't break out and hold the breakout, market looks for liquidity lower. That's just always how it's been. We'll see how this candle closes, and then we'll kind of make a little bit stronger justification after that. I'm back in the ETH long, Ethereum long. I long the Ethereum again around these levels. Let's see what happens. Um, Not trying to go too high risk. We got stocks kind of trying to pause a little bit here, chop around. So let's see how that Let's see how that makes this react. I think if we get Ethereum down 2,600, I'll add a little bit there for a scalp. But that's about it. Uh, 2,600 on each. Just remember that. Okay. All right. What else? Yeah. What else? Oh, Kaka. Yeah. Oh, you guys want to look at some meme coins? Yeah, we can look. Let's look at some meme coins. Some lower caps. This was one that I saw Kook shilling this one called Kaka's. I think this is the one. No, that's not it. Sorry. I think maybe this one. Yeah. Uh, it's been a little bit under pressure. Looks like. Let's see. Maybe we don't have the full chart here. Hold on. How do we? Is this the one? No, that doesn't look right. I don't know. Does anyone know what the right contract is? We'll take a look. If you find out what the right contract is, let me know. Fart coin. Yeah, let's pull up fart coin. Fart coin got slammed at that 1.47 level I saw earlier. So that's been a bit challenging. Yeah, it got slammed twice over here, so it's definitely going to push lower to grab some liquidity. So yeah, again, this has just been chopping around. Like it's like every chart, like every chart is just chopping a little bit lower than its local high, and then it'll probably go from there to figure out which way it should go. But I mean, Fartcoin still got the biggest mind share out there. Volumes dropped a little bit, which is why it's pressuring down. But um, we could, remember, like these markets, they could just swing in like a heartbeat. So you never know. Oh, use deck screener. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it wasn't deck screener. Okay, let's pull up a couple of these memes you guys want to see. But yeah, see, we gotta really see how this candle closes. If it bear hammers, I'm gonna close my positions, and then maybe short. Trying to play a little bit defensive, not trying to be too aggressive. Um, let's take a look. All right. Let's do this. I just noticed my boys FOMO R's at the same time as us. I just randomly did this. I didn't mean to. I want to make sure I give all the love to Farouk and team. We'll cut this stream short, and you know, and then we can talk again. Um, Deck. Okay, yeah. Let's go over this one coin we were looking at, Kaka, and then we can call the stream for now. And then I'll jump back on again in 2 3 hours. Maybe when this candle's closing, I'll jump back on. Um, Oh yeah, this is the coin. Yeah, I like this coin. It looks like it's building a nice chart. Maybe it's some kind of cabal play. I don't know, but the chart's building nicely. Um, yeah, no, I like it. I bought it like in this range, in like the 5 to 10 million range. Like my average is maybe 8 9 million. I know we pushed up to 20 million, but I don't see why we don't push again that way soon. But it looks nice. I'll definitely stay on this coin. I'll keep an eye out. And then somebody said some coin called Dog. How do you? I don't know this one. Do you know what the contract is? I'm just looking in the chat. Yeah, fart coin we went over. Um, yeah, Mark is just chopping around. And then let's see what's going on with Win James Win. Oh, what is this guy? All right, let's see what's going on Twitter. Um, dude, this guy is like, why does he show up on my? I don't even follow him. Why does he show up on my shit? It's so annoying. Um, this is pretty cool. I love it, bro. No, just for fun, I'm gonna make a screenshot. Um, just to mess with my friend. Uh, do ask that. What the hell is that? I don't even know. All right, we're gonna keep it tight for now. I don't know. I wanted to look at the Win guy. What is he saying? James Win. I Oh, because they tried to they liquidated a bunch of him. That's why. Yeah, he's mad. He's mad about it. That's so funny. I mean, I want the market to go higher, man. So I'm all about it. Hey, our eat long. Oh, that eat long we just did again. It's up. That's good. All right, we got a winning trade. All right, you know what? I'm gonna call it on this. I don't like. I didn't realize FOMO hour is going on at the same time. I don't want to compete with my boys. What we'll do is we'll come back on in maybe when this candle closes, so an hour and 15 minutes. We'll jump back on and we'll have some more trades. So right now we're just long Ethereum from 2640. No, yeah, 2640 we long. So that's the only long we have right now. But other than that, yeah, we'll jump back on in a bit. Um, but yeah, let me just make sure. Sorry. I just was just having fun with Pharrell because I'm like our show's doing a little bit better, but not. I don't want to compete with the homies. We'll come back on. Okay, when the thing ends, we're gonna come back on. So this candle ends in hour and 15 minutes. We'll jump back on. Ethereum's are only long right now, and then we'll come up with some more trades. All right, 1.5 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes. We'll be back on. All right, put the timers on.